Welcome, everybody. In the crowd, we probably have majority customers and some people who are not customers. So for those of you that are not customers of Sales Boomerang, today's a product unveiling for two new products that we have, Rate Watch and Reverse Mortgage Watch. So if you take a look at my shirt and Mike's shirt, you can see what we're all about here at Sales Boomerang. No borrower left behind. We're all about making sure that each borrower is in the right loan right now. And to further that mission and that goal, we are going to release two new alert watches, and we're releasing them right now to you. This is the first time that anybody's seen them outside of the secret lab. And I'm going to hand it over to Mike, and he's going to tell you a little bit more about those alerts. I think it's really exciting for everybody. These are great opportunities to help serve your borrowers.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, as Rich said, I'm the VP of Product here at Sales Boomerang, and our mission is to ensure every borrower is in the right loan right now. If you're already a customer of Sales Boomerang, you know that. But for those of you that are not yet customers, ensuring that every borrower is in the right loan right now is really about helping borrowers to maximize the opportunity in their home. What can they do with their equity? Can they reduce their overall payments? And we do this by observing, managing your overall records, and then alerting you when that borrower has an opportunity. It could be an opportunity like they are going out and shopping for another mortgage, or it could be an opportunity like they listed their home, or it could be an opportunity they might not even know exists, like they have a certain amount of equity in their home and they can use that equity to get cash out and use that cash for some life event. Maybe they have a wedding, or a kid going off to college, or they were laid off of their job. There's a lot of opportunities that borrowers just don't know when it comes to the equity in their home, what they can do. Going towards that mission of ensuring that every borrower is in the right loan right now, our product team is constantly working on what are the best new alerts. How do we look at the data that we have, the records that you have, and how do we alert you when that borrower is ready? So the two new products that Richard was talking about, Rate Watch and Reverse Mortgage Watch. We're going to start with Rate Watch. So those people that are customers of Sales Boomerang, we have a Rate Watch. This is an update to our Rate Watch. It's something we're really excited about. Our current Rate Watch doesn't allow for rates from the industry. We are using Optimal Blue indices, the nationwide average rates, and we are powering Rate Watch off of that. So based on the rate that your customer had when they signed up with a funded deal, either through you or through another, we are comparing that, a delta that you are allowed to set within the platform, to notify you when that borrower can save money based on that rate. And that money could be a monthly savings or over the life of their loan. So you can see here the rate opportunity, current interest rate that they have, 3.88, but now they can get down to 3.16. This is a great alert because as rates are going up, there are still swaths of people that we see in our system that have not yet taken advantage of the low rates that exist. So even as rates are going up now, there are still people that can benefit from this. And that happens for a variety of reasons, but sometimes borrowers get a cash out loan when rates aren't optimal, and then don't know to refinance when they are in a good position like they are today. So we're driving that through the national indices and then comparing it to the rates that your borrower has. On top of that, we're allowing you to limit the amount of Rate Watch alerts that you get on a daily basis. So if you have a certain budget that you want to stay within, or if you have a certain capacity that you want to stay within, we are now allowing number of Rate Watch per day, or we can talk about per month as well, however you want to limit it. But it's a daily limit that puts those Rate Watches into your borrower's hands. And it looks just like this when it comes in. You can see on the dashboard here, they can click on it and it drives right to here. It also drives right to your CRM as long as you have that set up with us. So if you have a CRM that your alerts are going directly into, Rate Watch will fit neatly into that, and they'll be delivered directly through that. So automated and using the Optimum Blue indices, set your delta, forget it, and then get your rates limited on a daily basis. Now, RateWatch is a great companion to our other product, which is Rate and Term. Rate and Term is our premium alert that allows you to know that your borrower is not only set up for a better rate, but also that they're credit qualified. So our prescriptive scenarios, Rate and Term, cash out, FHA, MI removal, lets you know when a borrower is not only ready, but then also when they're credit qualified. So you can go right to the application step. So why is RateWatch a good backup to Rate and Term? It's because the way the credit bureaus work, people, us, everybody out there has the opportunity to go on a website and opt out from that credit information. So with Rate and Term, any of those opt-outs, people that have opted out, you could still be alerted through this RateWatch. So by creating a waterfall from Rate and Term down to RateWatch, it allows you to catch all of the alerts when it comes to putting somebody in a better rate. All right, I'm going to jump from RateWatch and move to the next product, one we're really excited about.
Mike, while we were still on RateWatch, I had a great question, and I think you were just speaking to it at the end, which is good to reiterate, I think. And it was the difference between Rate and Term and RateWatch. And I think that will help answer this question. So the question was from Robin, and she says, does this work with who we have in our database coded to Sales Boomerang? Or does it work only on our clients that we close loans on?
No, absolutely. So yeah, the same process that we use for Rate and Term is applied to this new RateWatch, which is we use the data that you provide us, as well as our data within our system to fill in any missing information. So if we find one of your prospects that had a loan, we will update and alert on them as well. But also, somebody that you did fund a deal for in the past could have had another loan in between the time that you funded the deal. And now we can also update the information. We're always using the most up-to-date information based on what we search within our databases and the public record that we're using, as well as the information that you provide us. So we fill the gaps on not only prospects, but funded deals when it comes to that. And that's another key benefit to this RateWatch product. Any other questions there, Richard, from RateWatch?
Yeah, we just had one more question from Chris. Chris is awesome. Assurance, good to see you on here, Chris.
Chris?
He had just a quick question about the difference between, is this different from Rate and Term? So essentially the same question that we were talking about. And I think it's good to just keep driving home that point.
Yeah, so this is a non-credit qualified alert. So we could alert on this regardless of whether somebody has opted out from their credit information. So Rate and Term is a premium product that allows you to know that not only does this borrower have a benefit that they can update their rate, but also that they're qualified already. So they're credit qualified and you can go into the application stage. With RateWatch, we don't know that this person is credit qualified, which is why we trigger Rate and Term first. And then if that borrower is not seen, we can trigger RateWatch to say, hey, this wasn't found in Rate and Term, but now we have this. RateWatch can be run on its own. It doesn't have to be run in combination with Rate and Term. It's just a good strategy to ensure that you're getting the premium credit qualified alerts with Rate and Term, and then a backup with RateWatch using the public data, allowing for daily limits, and then also, it being automated so that you don't have to think about it after you set your deltas.
So I think the important part I would add to that is that we use cross alert suppression. So you're not going to get both alerts and you're not going to get charged for both alerts, right? You're going to get one of those alerts. We can get Rate and Term, which is better if we have it. You're going to get rate if Rate and Term doesn't cover it. I think the other thing that we should emphasize is that we also check your borrower against public record data. And Mike mentioned this, but it's really just why we do that is right. If the borrower entered into a new mortgage, we can update your record. You see it? Does that make sense? I'm asking myself. Yes, it does.
I thought you were asking Chris, but
Yeah.
it makes sense to me as well, Richard. But the cross alert suppression is a really key aspect for all of our prescriptive scenarios, for all of our alerts. When we trigger once for a borrower, we don't hit you with that borrower multiple times, unless they are also triggering a mortgage inquiry. We want to make sure that you know that, because if we're letting you know pre-screen that they have an opportunity, that's one thing. But if they're actually out there actively looking, we want to make sure that that drives to the top of your list.
Awesome. I think we're ready to hop on to reverse.
Cool. So reverse, this one I'm really excited about. And one of the reasons that I'm really excited about is because it came from feedback from our customers. They asked for it. So we are constantly, from a product standpoint, listening to what our customers' needs and their pain points. And this is a show of how we can implement that quickly. We started talking in Q4 with certain customers about products that they would like, and reverse mortgage came up. It's part of many strategies. So what is a reverse mortgage? A reverse mortgage is a mortgage that allows the borrower to take money out of their house on a regular basis. So they're getting paid for the equity in their home. It's made for people that are older. So the default that we have set on it is 62. But there are defaults, new reverse products that are as low as 55. And you could work with us to set that criteria. But what this does is tells you that the borrower is of age and has enough equity in their home. It needs to be at least 50% equity in their home. And this allows you to reach out and put that borrower in the right loan. The reason I love this is it really expands the portfolio and allows Sales Boomerang to help you ensure that you're putting your borrower in the right loan right now, going directly to our mission. So reverse, especially in today's economy, is a great product for some people that may be retiring without enough money, people that may be strapped for healthcare. We heard one story of a woman that was really, life was good until she hit some health problems and then had to use a reverse mortgage to save her. And that reduced her overall stress and actually helped with her healthcare issues as well, because stress is a huge driver. Being able to put that money into her pocket on a monthly basis and ensure that she felt comfortable that she had money coming in, even though that she couldn't work anymore, was huge. And so reverse, again, it's another opportunity to offer a product that to your borrower that they might not know even exists. And so for us, it's simply about setting the right equity and the home value and the age. So as long as you're passing age to us, we can start to send you reverse mortgage alerts. From the tests that we run with our alpha partners, they're alerting at about a little less than 1% of all the records, but of the records that are age 62 plus, it's alerting at about 10%, which is great. Gives you a lot of opportunities. The other really cool thing about reverse mortgage is even if you're not running a reverse mortgage division in your company, you can set up a partnership with another company and share that information. So it allows you during this time where rates are starting to rise and people are still nervous about COVID, especially as this new ramp gives you the opportunity to do two things within your platform, making sure that you are retaining your business through all of our alerts. And if you have a reverse mortgage division, this gives you another tool in that arsenal, or to strengthen your partnerships and ensure that those partnerships are helping you drive business as well. This is one we're really excited about because it adds to our portfolio, like I said, and happy to answer any questions on this as well.
A great question from Adrienne in the chat. They asked, how does the system know the age of the borrowers? It's a great question.
Yeah, so the age right now has to be passed to us. So when you're passing over your records to us, age has to be passed, but something we're working on for a future iteration is the ability to layer that in based on data that we're pulling in. So that doesn't exist today. Right now, if you want to run reverse, you do have to send us age with the record, and that's what we use to run it off of.
But I think you should reach out to your CSM if you want to learn more about each of these or either of these alert types. If you offer reverse mortgages, I definitely think this is a product that you should have at your disposal. And I think if you are not subscribed to RateWatch, I think that's also one that you should have at your disposal, especially in this current market conditions. So you can reach out to your CSM. You can learn more about pricing for your given account, that kind of thing, and how you can get it implemented. Got a question from Robin asking, PRMG will have this soon? I don't know. I think that's a question more for PRMG, but we can definitely follow up with them afterwards and let them know there's demand for it for sure.
Yeah, Robin, I mean, we can talk to your CSM and you can reach out and talk to me as well. But yeah, this is something that we're happy to transition to.
Excellent. Does anybody want to, I mean, while we still have folks on the line, oh, here's a good question from Russ. With RateWatch, do we provide the current rate?
Yeah, so this is a good question, Russ. So you can provide us any of the details that you have on a funded deal. What we then do is run that against our database. So if you provide us the current rate that you funded the deal with, we compare that to our data set and ensure that that is the most up-to-date rate. And so we make sure we basically compare it against the last origination date that we have for that name and borrower match. So we look at the name and the address, and we match against that. And then based on the origination date of the loan compared to that within our data sets, we then look at your data set and see which one is more recent. If they are exactly the same, that's what we use. We use your data. If we have a better data, we run off of that. If we have more recent data, and then once we alert, we let you know about that new data. So do you need to pass us the rate? No, you don't. But for any of the ones that aren't in our data set that you have, it's what we use, and it expands the opportunities that you can be presented.
Can we see a target rate for them as well? i.e. less than X%, it triggers an alert?
So I think what that means is what is the alerting rate? And so for RateWatch, the alerting rate is 3.5% in our alpha compared to our previous RateWatch, which was only at 2.5%. It is alerting at a higher rate because we are able to layer in this extra data. And the conversion that we've seen on that to funded deal, from alert to funded deal, is between 6 and 7% on average. So, huge return there once the alerts actually come in. The data set that you provide us is really going to dictate that alert percentage rate. The cleaner the data, the better. And then how we layer on top of it also helps. And then the actual conversion becomes, like I said, between 6 and 7% for RateWatch.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Russ, I'm glad that answers your question. Did everybody find this helpful? I would love to hear that in the chat. Yeah, this was helpful. We love these products. Give us more of these products, or I would love to hear your feedback. If you want to put that in the chat right now, just give your feedback on. Well, I think that was fantastic. I really hope we hear from each of you. Feel free to reach out to your CSMs. If you're not a Sales Boomerang customer, I encourage you to reach out. You can go to Sales Boomerang and just contact us. Let us know you're interested in learning more about these products. We'll get an expert on the line with you who can talk to you a little bit more about your situation, how they can help you. Well, all right, everybody. It's 21 minutes past, and I am very happy to give you back some time in your day. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. And, please reach out if you have any questions. We're here to help.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Take care.